Hey everybody, Frankie Day here one more time again. Okay boys, this is the last video of 3 tonight I've done. This is build report number 1 for Dragon 1350 scale USS Princeton, the Independence class light carrier. Okay guys, thus far taken from the last video of this kit, the inbox video I've done. Right after I made that video, I just went ahead and adjusted myself in building the kit. So I got almost between 17 and 18 hours all day long invested in this kit, working on it. And the kit calls for 1,300 parts. There's about 100 parts so far that I put in this model, just working on the hull. First of all, it starts out with sub-assemblies like 20 millimeters, 40 millimeters, catwalk superstructures, all these other parts, or actually sub-assemblies like that of an airplane. And once they're done, we go to the hull. So I save the sub-assemblies for last on models, because that way I can spend what's left time up the hull while the hull's drying and all finished. I go back to sub-assemblies and treat them as kits themselves, paint them, and go on until it's all done. So that's my rule of thumb of building a ship model. Some people do it differently. Okay guys, towards the paint schedule, the Dragon kit gives you 2 options. It's either measure 32 or measure 21. I elected measure 21, which is 5S dark sea blue, like that of the Arizona. Sea blue was pretty common colors up in 1943, and by 1943 they start changing, going back into pale grays, because Navy is always experimenting on camouflage on ships. A lot of them went to like a ghost grays, and all kinds of different colors of grays. And there's all kinds of different blues, but blues seem to fade out real quick, so that's why they resulted back to grays. And so this right here is going to be painted overall sea blue, and the top flight deck is going to be Norfolk blue stain. So I'm going to have my own stain. And so it's come along quite well. There's no fit issues at all in the kit. The only beef I have with the kit in general is the treatment of the instructions. The instructions is the assemblies that are on the instructions are as icons, and they're very easy to understand. You know what they are because you know it tells you in the beginning of the instructions what this means, what this icon means, this icon means. But the problem I'm having with most Dragon kits, I'm starting to say, is that the clarity of the construction, and it don't show very good where it's supposed to go. It has a big old dash line with an arrow pointing. And so yeah, you know it's going to go there, but how it's going to fit. So that's why it's always good to dry fit before you play any glue pals. And look at the instructions, you'll figure it out. It's there for you. And I say quality of the kit, not bad. It's almost the same as that you find in Trumpeter. So far I've got the construction wise, I got the hull all cleaned up. There's a lot of flash around the hull for some reason. And I'm going to go ahead and make this thing a full hull model. I got the stuffing boxes, and also got the stuffing box struts and screw shafts are in place, rudders in place. And I've got the top. I got the hangar deck superstructure, and the sub well deck structure, which is all molded onto the hangar deck superstructure. I got those done. You got bulkheads there, and you've got 40 millimeter gun tubs. Then you got 20 millimeter anti-aircraft guns on forward there in the tubs, and same thing aft. Carly floats, 2 motor whale boats, 4 stacks. Each stack comprises of 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 15, 16 pieces each stack. And the stack configuration on this carrier reminds me of the old Langley and the USS Ranger and the USS Wolverine. It's kind of like that. Stacks, actually, they pop out and come back up instead of going straight up. So I guess that was kind of the design factor it did in the ship, because after all, this was a Cleveland class cruiser. But it got caught up into the Washington Treaty Program, like that of the Saratoga and like that of the Lexington. They're both actually supposed to have been battle cruisers. But during the Washington Treaty Program, said, no, we got enough battleships. Well, we needed something else. So instead of wasting a lot of money, well, heck, we're pretty short on aircraft carriers, and aircraft seems to be a dominant feature, and added on accessory for the United States Navy, which can benefit warfare. Yeah, we use aircraft carriers. That's why they made light carriers out of cruiser hulls, auxiliary hulls, like that of boilers, merchantmen, cargo ships, and such. You usually call them escort carriers. But anything that's over that's 500 feet or lower, that's actually known as escort carriers. But the Princeton is 623 feet long, a lot more longer, a little shy bigger than a battleship. So I actually elected as a light carrier. Okay, guys, we're gonna go over and take a look at the Princeton. I'll show you how much got done on it, and I'll show you some stuff I got at the hobby shop that'll complement with my build right here. Let me get my famous pointer I got from my buddy, Mr. Gary Brinker. Put my cigar down. I'm going to burn myself. There it is right there, fellas. We'll go in a little closer here. That's about as far as I got on right here. And bring it down a little bit more, guys. There we go. And I got about 50 pieces right here almost. This assembly here. All right through here, fellas. This is your gun tub for your twin 40 millimeters right here. You got your 20 aircraft guns right here, go here. And right here is supposed to be a structure on top of your hangar deck. And you got all your superstructure in here. There's 10 pieces right here. These pieces are very minute and very, very, very small, fellas. I kid you not. There's a lot of work in there. And as you can tell, the hangar deck, right through here. Bring up the camera a little more, guys, so you can see a little better here. You can see the ribbing here, fellas. All the ribbing detail has been added right here. And all this ribbing detail adds a very, very good feature to this model. So the inside of the deck is going to be deck blue, deck sea blue, and the side walls of the superstructure is going to be white. So I'm going to go ahead and paint the superstructure inside white first, and mask off the structures, and airbrush the hangar decks using dark deck blue. And we'll swing around to starboard, and you'll see the massive smokestack assemblies on this thing. This thing is very unusual, guys. It's a typical light carrier as used during the war. You can see the stacks. There's almost 16 pieces each one of these stacks right here. And you got the side of your hangar decks right here. This problem I was having is seat this down flush here. This is the well deck. Turns into a well deck here. Flush onto here. I got the motor whaleboat. Swing over this way, fellas. There we go. I don't want to get too big to obscure the picture. That's good enough. Alrighty then. Yeah, this you get your two 30-foot motor whaleboats right across here. So I'm gonna have to paint those real good. I'm gonna try to paint the mask off, paint the water line right there. But I gave it a good prime job. It needs to be more priming. Needs to be. I'll say I probably get about 5 more coats of primer before I start the painting on it. So my plan is this, fellas, get everything on this hull. Everything on this hull that I can do, that I can possibly do before I do the painting. I have anchors I got to add on. And we'll swing it around. I have anchors I have to put on there. Plus I got more hanger deck catwalks to be installed on here too, and they got to be all installed and done. And before I get this hull together, and we'll. It's a beautiful ship, fellas. I like the smokestack arrangement right here. It looks pretty neat. It's different compared to most of them, but that's the design of it. If you look very carefully, you can tell how it looks like a cruiser. But like I say, she got caught up in the Washington Treaty program, and they had to add on to it, make a light carrier out of it, because evidently aircraft carriers were a must for us at the time. It's because we didn't have very many. So you only have so many battleships, so many cruisers. Okay, fellas, I'm going to swing this camera around here. Show you stuff I got at the hobby shop too as well. Okay, boys, here I am again. Okay, gentlemen. Okay, I went down there to the hobby shop, and I bought some paint for this here. And right here, I bought some more of this Vallejo. This is right on, spot on. Dark sea blue. Same paint I use on my Arizona. I bought me 2 of these. And I bought some Norfolk blue. That's going to be a stain on deck. I'm going to make a stain out of this. And I got some navy deck blue. That's going to be added on this. Because I like these Tamiya paints. They're pretty good. They go on my airbrush quite well. So all these paints I got, I don't know, it's not going to use them all up though, but I bought these paints especially for this kit. Okay guys, this is my first time I ever bought this stuff before. And oy vey, this is just a smell. This is Tamiya Fine Surface Primer. A lot of you great modelers out there probably got this on your workbench and used it a lot. Man, this stuff leaves a stench. I mean, my wife came and said, "My God, Frank, what are you spraying back here?" I showed this stuff right here. Oh, that stuff was terrible, so I had to air out the house. So, fellas, when you're using that stuff, just like you're using ACC glue, it's time to be doctor. You gotta wear these. Keep your lungs, keep your saddlebags clean. And a little ventilation also. If you got a paint booth, still wear that mask. What I usually do, when I got a big model like that, I got a big old cardboard box with a filter with a fan back it that pulls it out outside. So that's what I'll be doing with that Gato right there. Okay guys, so that's just a word of caution, fellas. Now you guys probably know how stinky this stuff really is. And so use some protection, you know. You don't want to inhale the stuff. You'll be narcissized. And then some. Okay guys, this concludes video number 1 for my USS Princeton build report. This is going to be kind of like a winter build deal, so just keep me going, keep me amused, keep me going. And I just couldn't put this thing down. I said, man, I never built one of these escort carriers before, so I'll go ahead and give this thing a shot. So far, folks, it's a good kit. Goes together quite well. The instructions are kind of skittish, but other than that, you got a good kit. The quality of fitting and accuracy and plastic is like that of a trumpeter. So, Dragon, you got 2 thumbs up for me. Okay, guys, time for you to bail out of here. Probably by tomorrow sometime, I have a couple builds of the past coming up towards your way. And I'll probably have some coming in Monday. And in between builds of the past, I'll be having some up. I'll probably have another video probably one day this next week on my USS Drum. But right now, I'm going to get back and hop on the Alabama and work on Steve's Dakota group build. And I'm going to work on my USS Princeton. Let's see how it's shaking. And thank you very much, fellas, for everybody out there. I'm very grateful for your wonderful comments you give me all the time. And And I'll catch you on the next video tomorrow. It'll be builds of the past, so stay tuned for that, fellas. This is Frankie Day signing off. Make Mama happy. Please subscribe. Happy modeling. Merry Christmas. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, boys.